Billie Jean and Mama with Granny Pat too gather round the table, wishing love anew. Valentine's joy, laughter fills the room, country heartbeats pump to the music's tune. Raise a glass of New Year's cheer, love and laughter fill the air, my dear. Family voices echo through the countryside, and hearts and memories we find our stride. Old boots tap to the rhythm's embrace, sunset skies paint our love's sweet rays. Raise a glass of love ever clear from the heartland to the sky, Valentine's cheer. With every step in this New Year's dance, we united here in love-filled trance.
Hello, hello. I'm out of the hospital and I've got my mama with me right where she wants to be. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Sue and Debbie Tanner. Hello, hello, hello.
Is it picking your voice up?
Yeah, it should be. It should be, Mom. Y'all can hear me, can't you, and see us? Let us know. I think you probably can because I've got this Logitech mic on. It looks like, yeah, it's picking up. Sarah Horton, Sherry Long, Amy Hawkins. Can y'all hear us? Can you hear me now? Hi, David. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm alive and kicking. I got Mama here. Can you believe it? They can see us and hear us.
Well, good.
This is Mama. Y'all know, some of you know Mama. Some of you hadn't seen Mama in a long time. I said, please, Mama, go on that film with me tonight because they want to see what a beautiful, beautiful 93-year-old woman looks like. And she ain't had no work. She just never drank, never smoked, was a Christian, and wore Estee Lauder. That's all I can tell you. Isn't that true?
That's true.
Let me go through here. Y'all, it's coming in so fast I can't read it all. Welcome home, Simply Debbie says. Thank you. DJR. Hi, Billie Jean and Mama.
Hello.
Donna G. Miss Book Lover. I've seen her before. Welcome home. It's good to see you. Smile on your face. We'll discuss that tonight. We sure will. I'm trying to see. I'm on the restream tonight without being in that OBS studio. So, Daniel Bond, good to see you. Some of y'all don't know Mama, but this is Mama.
Yes, I'm Mama. I'm one that's been worrying about him all week.
She's 93, and boy, she's. It was an interesting. I'll mention y'all in a little bit just soon as if I can. But it's been a long process, y'all. And
been a sick boy.
Saturday was detrimental. I mean, I could have been dead. And poor mother had to go through that. At least she didn't have to see the 2 liters of red fluid that only happened after I got in the ambulance. But she ran out in the street and some gal on that road and some gal stopped. And if it hadn't been for her, I don't know who she is. We still don't. But she was could have been a guardian angel.
Got her. Was it come and got you?
The ambulance.
Ambulance, I can't even think.
Mother's little medic necklace would not work, and she couldn't get the cell phone to work.
Wasn't anything working, I don't think.
Yeah, but that girl, it was just a miracle, wasn't it?
Yeah, she got the ambulance right here.
And then we went and got some shots they put into my body to stop the bleeding because they didn't know at the time. They knew there was a lot of blood. And so they gave me those shots, and that cauterized the inside of me, I guess, because I was in this country town, so they didn't have a lot to do. So I texted our doctor friend and his wife both, and they got a zippity fly out of here to get me to TMC in Denison, and that's where they had the medical equipment to take care of me. But those shots held that those lesions, whatever they're called, uh, they didn't do the surgery till the next day or the scope to band those, and I wouldn't let mother come to the hospital. I know it's hard for you, wasn't it?
Well, yes, it was. I'd rather be there with you, but I knew I'd be in the way.
Well, I don't think that was the whole thing. Is there was COVID, and y'all know I've been adamant keeping her safe from that COVID since it came in 20 whatever.
Yeah, you sure
I've
have.
even told my sisters, don't it, you can come look through the window, but you're not coming in this house. Didn't I?
Yeah, you sure did.
And I've kept her safe for many years, but when the COVID hit, I had to make sure. I just had to make sure that my mama was okay, because we're not only mama and son, we're best friends, aren't we?
Yeah, we sure are. He's my partner. He's my baby partner.
Yeah, I'm her baby. Of course, you know there's a little specialist in babies, and I've never grown up in her eyes. You know, I'm 60 years old, and she still has to tell me how to tie my shoes because she feels like she has to, and that's fine with me, y'all. Here's our baby. Look here, Mama's sitting here petting him. That's why she's looking down. Here's baby kitty.
Isn't he pretty?
He's my baby. I missed him too, but Mama took care of him,
Yeah,
and
he's a good baby.
then
Sit down right there, sweetheart.
she had to
Sit
had to stay here with the sister, and it was okay.
Yeah, we got through it.
Got through it, and
So you go back to the hospital.
yeah, I've got to go back, y'all. The ones of you that's watched the video, I've got the cancer tumor on the liver. But if they hadn't have, it kind of still chokes me up a little bit. If they hadn't have, all this eruption of blood and all this transpired on Saturday after I'd done the cooking show at the cooking store, the Copper Kettle, I came home and Mom, I sat down on my little day bed that I have by her big bed, and I just slapped dab out, didn't I?
You sure did. I
And
couldn't get you.
She couldn't get me
roused up.
awake.
No.
So I finally said, Mother, you've got to get help. And so we tried. I'd come to a little bit and she'd push the button or she'd try to use the phone. I said, Mother, it's not going to work, which we're getting that changed. Got to. So she got out and got that ambulance. And
Yeah, I caught the little lady girl coming down the street in a little white car. And I waved at her and she stopped and she said, Ma'am, can I help you? And I said, You sure can. I said, I need an ambulance. My son's real sick in there. And so she said, Well, I'll get it done. You go back in there. So that's what I did.
and she prayed.
Yeah, she come up and prayed with me. We had a good prayer. Anyway, you getting better. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting better. It's just that, when something happens to us, even with our family or our kids, it hurts us. But when it's us, we think, like I said, Mama's 93. And I thought, God, she needs me. I said, I cannot die before her. And I've said that before in prayers, just let me live to take care of her. And I believe that's why I was spared, y'all. Because that doctor, he told me most people living in the country or where there's not quick medical help, they don't make it. But I made it. So that's why I wrote on my Facebook post, I said, I believe in that old adage now, it just wasn't my time to go. And
Well, we went up to the hospital here and stayed, about 2 hours till they could get you transferred.
did you go up there?
Yeah, until they transferred
Yeah,
you.
she came up to the country hospital, and I told her, I said, please, Mom, I don't want y'all going
to Sherman or
to
Denison.
Denison because I said they told me it's COVID everywhere and flu and all kind of stuff. And so that's where we were this week. Everything's turned around, y'all. Uh, I've still got to go get this. And for the ones of you that I know, I've got some medical people on here. They tell me that just for your reference, well, any of you's reference, these two doctors have come down and moved here, 30 and 40-year-old.
Down.
It's a God thing. They moved down here from up north. They brought the machines and the procedure to do just what I needed. They've only been here 4 months. There is no process that is as advanced or the doctor's uh, education. I don't guess even in Dallas. I'm not sure, but especially in the Texoma area, there's just nobody. So I know God put them here because He knew this was going to happen. And
That's right.
so I go in and they're just going to take that little probe and this little probe and meet in the middle and zap that tumor out without cutting me or anything. But the education I got from it, it is also for kidney cancer or liver cancer. So you might check it out if you have a loved one or you need something and you live in Texas and you can't get any help. Find out this radiation.
What's the name of the hospital?
Not radiation. What do you call that? The X-ray department. That medicine, that doctor. They're both. I think they're Egyptian. Their names sounded Egyptian, but if you called HMC, they would know. It's. I tried to tell you all on that video yesterday. IR or R. I'm not sure. Radioactive. I don't know, but
Anyway, they're going to help Bill.
we will do that in probably a week, maybe. And
What is it, baby?
the other white kitty, Mama's white kitty, came in. She's beautiful, but she don't like being picked up too much, Mama.
Mm.
She's
Yeah, okay,
she's
Bubba.
inquisitive. She wanted to see who we was talking to in here. She
Yeah,
has to be
well,
nosy.
She is nosy. She's a good lady.
David, thank you. Interventional radiologist ablation. You are so correct. I knew you'd chime in, or somebody would. David, let me ask you a question since we've got our friends on here. Is that readily available in the Dallas area, Houston area? I was just wondering because for this area, the Podunkville, it just surprised the poo-poo out of me. I'm going to tell you. It really did. Let me see if I can get some. Wonder how I can see all those. Where's my,
No down.
I don't know where my phone is. That's the way I read those comments. There's got to be a way to do this without
Reckon you laid it over yonder.
this whole, oh, here they are. Okay, let me go down. I'm going to start. We'll just start at the top. Debbie Tanners, Simply Debbie Sue, Sarah Horton, Sherry Long, thank you all. Welcome back to home. Chrissy, good evening, Billie Jean and Mama. Chrissy said hi.
Hello.
Amy Hawkins, yay. I'm yaying too. David, okay, David answered my question. In Dallas and Houston, yes, very grateful. You got one closer though. Yes, I am too, David, because
We sure are.
it just floored me. Thank God it floored me though, because the good Lord was watching out having this other. Okay. There's David H. Sheila Chester. Hi, Sheila. Hope you're doing well in Arkansas, I bet. Simply Debbie Sue. They can hear us and see us. Chrissy G. David H. said you both look great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's see. One of my friends today, an old girlfriend, we stopped by her house, and she was a nurse. And so I said something about her having, which is a slip of the tongue. I didn't, because she is beautiful and her skin is so smooth. And I said, well, only you've got a few wrinkles around your eyes. Well, of course, that just set her off. And so I
That's
said,
sweet she
well,
did.
maybe they're not wrinkles. It could be the leaves from because we're sitting out on the patio from the trees shining down. But I said, since we dated years ago, I've had cataracts, so that could be it too. Boy, I like to not got out of that one, y'all. she she liked to flog me. Karen Ann, Gary Bennett, hi there. Granny J. Clay and Johnny Wholesome. Sounds good. I guess it does. Debbie Tanner, thank you. We both look great, Mom.
Thank you.
Dennis, Donna G, Miss Book Lover. She's DJR. We said simply Debbie Sue. That Granny J. Clay says you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
It must have been all that well water or that damn Red River Creek water.
Maybe.
We can hear you. Sheila Chester, hi Billie Jean, Mama. You both look great. Sarah Horton, Amy Hawkins, Debbie Tanner. I'm not reading y'all's comments because I know they're coming on the deal. Sweet Kitty. Boy, y'all are talkative tonight. I like that. There's Don G. Sheila Chester. Well, we're glad to see you, Sheila. All of you on here. I just never.
Everybody.
I just thank you for the outpouring of care. It. I didn't expect it from people that. I mean, we're friends, but people that you don't know, y'all have become my family, and we enjoy it, don't we?
We sure do.
David, Teresa Rocks. Hello, my two friends. Glad you're better, and your dear mama prayed for you. Benjamin Harris sent you a super chat up above. Ben, you always help me with funds, and I do appreciate. He says $25, Mama.
Well, thank you.
It helps.
Appreciate it too.
This house behind us, it's all green screen. We don't live in this mansion. I've told y'all before in my kitchen videos and stuff, or we just live in a regular place. And I was doing a video today outside, and I'm going to get it edited because y'all are not going to believe. I've had, if you watch our previous flower and planting videos, if you remember, I told you I take pieces of the top of pineapples, and then they root out into small. Well, I had the first one, and I took it out of the house. I've had it for 3 to 4 years. Y'all have seen it. Whoever saw that video, it's at least 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
And about 4 feet in it.
About.
Well, I went out there last night after I got home. I thought I've got to water my plants because they'd been kind of neglected. And
yeah, my daughter tried to keep them watered, but she didn't know exactly how to do it.
She didn't know how to do it and how I do my herbs. I water them with a certain growing stuff. But I went out there, y'all. This is miraculous in its own self. So I knew this was verification from God that I would be healed and that he would let me take care of my mama. That plant finally has a pineapple coming on it. Now that is something because I've been watching for that little pineapple for nearly 4 years.
That's what I was thinking, 4 years.
And it's surprised. And then my sister, I called her, not the one that stayed with mother, but I have 2 sisters. And she was ecstatic. She said, I just can't wait to see that. We've been thinking about that pineapple forever. And I told you, I wasn't sure it's going to bloom. I said, it's working. God's got us. Everything's going to take a change. Simply Debbie said, I had watched Grandma Lois. Let me get you up here. Where am I? I need a director. Mother's the director, but she's not doing too much.
I've already directed out this week.
Poor thing. She's just been so upset.
You're my
Donna
baby, and
G.
I
She
live
said
with
I'm her baby. Now y'all hear that? You can't get in between his son and their mama and his mama. Maybe that's why I never got married.
I don't know, but you've been with me
Yeah,
most of the time.
yeah. And when she needed me, I came right back. Oh, Simply Debbie, that's what I was doing. I had watched Grandma Lois too doing that. I'm not sure. Oh, D, good evening, y'all. Hi, Billy and Mama. That's D. Uh, she, that bread mixer that I broke the wooden handle out of, she's the one that sent the money to buy the new dough.
Thing, you
Yeah,
know.
and boy, I've
Very
used
sweet.
that. I've
Thank
used
you.
it. That was a good one. That was Pioneer Woman. I think I got it at Walmart. It was only like $15 or something. But boy, that's a good one. If y'all need a dough mixer, get that one with the blue handle. Eric Dillard, hi BG and your mama. Daniel Vaughn, praying for you, Billie Jean, and for Mama too. I know she's glad to have you back home. Hang in there. You look great after what you've been through. Keep watching that pineapple. Yeah, the
Thank you. I
cosmetics
appreciate
cosmetics do a great job when you've been through hell the whole week before. Slap on a little bit of Estee Lauder, isn't that right?
it. Help you.
No, I don't wear any. I'm trying to get this kind of settled. Uh, Dee said, "Mama, you look beautiful."
Well, thank you.
Dee, she's always got an uplifting comment. Well, a lot of them do, but Dee, sometimes you have to just have some special ones. We've never now like Sheila Chester from Arkansas that went and visited with Granny Pat. A lot of these have been from my first week or two, I would think. And you just kind of have a soft spot in your heart for those because they've stuck with you.
There's a bunch on here that say have a good heart. Bless them. Oh,
Yeah. Uh,
God bless all of them.
when I was trying to do it with that old, well, matter of fact, it's this one, this old beat up telephone. That's what I was filming in the kitchen, and I had it duct taped to a dowel rod up above my stove. That's what the first videos was made with, this old phone. And then one of the followers got me that beautiful Sony camera and just sent it by the goodness of his heart.
And it sure has helped you
And
too.
it's
And
helped me
thank
so
you.
much. And today, I've been working, the computers I told y'all, which I think we've got that pretty well in hand, where we're not cutting out and all that. And the sound's good. Everybody says it sounds good. But today I finally got the connectors and things where I can film in the kitchen without having to run wires or having to film it onto a disc, or not a disc, whatever, these cards. I'd have to film it on these cards, the small ones, then bring it in and put it in the little computer and edit it that way. But now I don't have to because I figured out and researched till we've got our good Logitech Mac, which is not the best in the world. I've just kind of made do with what I have, but it works. That's all my daddy
Thankful
always
we've
said. You
got
can
it.
make something work if you have to have it, and I had to have it. So let's see what's going on. I look younger. D, you're just trying to be sweet.
Thank you.
You lost weight being in the hospital. Yeah, I didn't eat much, y'all, because this hurts. It still hurts after they banded those 5 places. And then, y'all, I'm country hick. I thought, that might be like ulcers in there. And if I eat food, it's going to cause that to what happened to me on Saturday. And I didn't want to do it. And finally, a doctor come in and said, those are banded very well. You eat your food because you're starving to death. And I said, well, I am kind of hungry. But so I started eating, and yeah, I've lost weight. But that's just, that I had to get through it, y'all. You have your own way of doing things. Gabriel, God bless you too. Also, Sherry Long, she was talking about how Lois was praying for you, and I saw that too. Yeah, Grandma Lois had prayed. She got a text from Granny Pat that told her I was sick, and they didn't. None of us knew if I was going to be here. So,
That's
they,
right. We did. The doctors didn't know either.
so it wasn't my time, like I've said. And I'm going to take y'all on this journey, the ones of you that want to go on there, because I hope I can help somebody else. I've always tried to help anybody. It didn't matter their color, the personality, their country. I just feel like God put us here to help people, and I
That's
don't see
right.
much of it going around these days. So that's why
Well, everybody can just try and do the best they can.
it's true. It's true.
The Lord helps us all.
But I do get on them, Mom, about not taking care of their parents,
I know you do.
because that's one thing that your mama, my grandma,
She still lived with us for 20 years. My daddy was killed in a truck accident,
yeah.
and we kept her for 20 years.
So I grew up around taking care of somebody. I'm just a taker care of
But
kind of.
she loved you better than she did
Did
us.
she? I
Yeah,
know she did. Boy, she can make good food.
yeah,
That's
she
where I
did.
got a lot of my recipes, y'all. Zippity doo. I felt a connection since your first video, Billie Jean. Won one of your first giveaways. I hadn't done those giveaways since, but I didn't remember that Zippity doo. That was that Dolly Parton cookware, wasn't it? That glass. You remember them?
Yeah.
And I mailed them with all those stamps that I still have from my stepdad. He collected stamps. Well, I don't have no use for stamps, and that nobody wants them, so I just use them for postage. Zippity, I hope your box wasn't the one that had at least 600 stamps on it. If it was, you got your cookware anyway. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm glad to know that. Oh, yeah, let me see. I'm reading the rest of that. I also searched for months for a willow tree to make Billie Jean's face recipe. You never found it, Zippity? You never found that willow? I'll send you some. Email me at justmebillyjean@yahoo.com. Give me your address, and I've got a willow tree right out here where I get mine. I'll send you some. I'll send you some leaves and some bark, and you can steep that and make you that willow water. I attribute that to Mother's Beauty, a lot of it, from the Red River water. And Zippity said, yes, it did. I used that dish last night. Well, I hope every time you think of when you use that dish, you think of us. I've got some more I need to give away, but y'all, something keeps coming around, and I don't have time to. I mean, it's just me doing this, and then I've got to take care of Mama because she's got to be taken care of before anything else.
You know why? I fell and broke my left hip and had to have surgery on it.
That
And
was
that's been a year and a half nearly. And Bill took care of me. He's done everything for me. Won't let me do anything, really. He cooks and takes care of make sure I'm in my tub to get my bath, shower. And he's just such a good boy. Y'all, thank you.
well. Thank you, Mama. I gave up everything to come back. I had a good career as
I know
a
you
designer and an interior decorator, but I have those memories. Like I tell y'all, if there's nothing else, just sitting under a cottonwood tree or a willow tree, and when I get real old, if I make it, which I think I'm going to, because the pineapple blooms, I have those memories to remember, and I can live off of those. I don't need to be in this cruel world every day with watching all that news and stuff. I can sit under that tree on the Red River and listen to the water go by and have memories, just like of us, all of us here. There's going to be a day I don't have a YouTube channel, and I'll remember all these. I don't forget much, do
No, you sure don't.
I? Oh, it's funny. Oh, Zippity found some Willa. Well, good. The daughter had one in her yard. That's a weeping Willa. Excuse me, I'm spitting today. Let me see, y'all. I'm trying to.
Keep up with
That's
it.
Karen Ann. Billie Jean, that the spark is coming back. I know you still have a procedure to go through, but you sound good. Well, thank you. I feel better. Y'all, that's an David. If you're still on, you might chime in or text me or something. But my spleen is enlarged because of the liver, and my pulse has been 45 to 55 for 3 years. Well, after this, the doctor said that two of those lesions, or whatever they are, uh, looked like they'd been bleeding. He didn't know how long or anything. But do you know, David, and everybody else, that my pulse rate is now 85 to 90, 75 to 80. It hadn't been that good in, like I said, 4 years. So there could be something. And my mind is clearer. My skin looked clearer. You know,
Yeah, that really did.
it's crazy. When I saw that pulse rate, I told that nurse, I said, that machine's broke. She said, no, this is one of the hospital good machines. I said, well, you better take that again. This was the first. And then every day it was still. So I don't know, but I think there was a lot going on with me behind the scenes.
Well, a good long while ago.
Good long while ago. Yeah. Let me see. There's D. Billy, peace is worth more than money. I'll take sitting by a willow tree, drinking my coffee, in a rocking chair over any career.
God
You're the
bless you.
best. You're the best son, and thank God, Mama, is well because you're there.
That's right.
Yeah. I told her. I don't mince words, y'all. If y'all were sitting here, I'd tell you how I thought the cow ate the cabbage. But I told her, you got to get your butt out of that bed. If you don't, you're going to die. And I meant it.
Well, you bought me that machine.
And then I bought her one of those off of Amazon,
Walking.
those electric foot, and you do it.
Walking
You do it.
twice today.
That's when I laughed on one of my videos. I said, well, Mama said, I'm going to get on my machine.
Well, it is mine. You bought it for me.
I did. And she does it faithful. And I think
It really helped my hip.
it's helped her hip. David says, interesting. Might be blood loss response. Heart rate will increase if needs to move enough red blood cells through the body fast enough, but still a good heart rate. Yeah, it's kind of strange. And I'm going to talk to the cardiologist friend of mine and say, this is because I went, a week ago, 2 weeks ago to him. And
The day before.
well, I mean, the records show that the heart rate was always in the 40s, up to the 50s. And so I was having palpitations about a week and a half ago. I couldn't get them to stop. So I went back to him and he said, well, you're too young to put a pacemaker in. And I wouldn't do it at this heart rate anyway. But he said, that's a low heart rate. You're about half of what it should be. So now I'm going to let him figure out why. Maybe it'll help one of his patients, to see why it turned out like it did. How long we been on? We've been on here 33 minutes and 54 seconds, y'all. But I knew I had to come on here and show you that I was doing well. Mother's here. We're back to kind of normal. I was going to cook a roast today, but now I've got the camera set up in the kitchen without the wires, and it's broadcasting to this laptop computer here. And I had a friend gift me this Nitro 5 laptop, the kid that made the big one. It's an old gaming computer, but it's keeping me alive on the air without any disruption. So I'm blessed that he didn't
he's
want.
a sweetheart too.
He didn't want it anymore. So he's got a big updo fancy something. And so it's helped me with this broadcasting live. It's, like I said, Nitro 5. So I think it's a gaming thing,
There's
which I
any
don't
more
do.
people on here.
There's 56 people on here. But it's Friday night. Somebody's out somewhere.
Yeah.
We're at home where we're supposed to be. If y'all were here, we'd be popping some popcorn, getting a Coca-Cola. I wouldn't drink it, but we'd be watching a movie on the television. So I just wanted to come on, and Mama said she would come on with me for once.
Well,
See, you had a good time, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
I
I
love
enjoyed it. I love you too,
All
sweetheart.
right, we'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. God bless the United States because we need it. And we'll be back